All right. I'll spark. Y'all just.
My head not covered.
You got enough hair to cover the back, so you good. That's why I got my fucking.
All right,
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week out to prophesy the downfall of America, and most importantly, to tell our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans your true heritage, that you are the Israelites according to the Bible. But before that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
double honors to the elders and apostles who taught us the truth. Peace, blessings to all the brothers doing the word, the truth, and in sincerity, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Wow.
Shalom.
All right, so we back out here, man. Brothers is together, man. We gonna do this work. All right, like I said, the mission is really to tell the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and all the Israelites that are scattered in different nations, to tell them their true heritage, all right, and bring them back to their old ways, all right, and get them out of the philosophies that they were ushered into in this world. All right, got something? We can follow, bring that out. Hold up. Get it. Later their captivity. We want to let the scriptures speak.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll let me first.
You know what I mean? Since we on that.
Baruch 2 and 3. Salakia, Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, so he said it's a stiff-necked people, so I knew they would not hear me. And Jacob's always been stiff-necked since the beginning of times, right? You know, even coming all the way out of the times of Exodus, all right? You know, we were stiff-necked, literally witnessing the power of our Lord. And we were stiff-necked then and even today, but the Most High said that he's going to what? We will remember ourselves, all right? He's going to put his name back into our minds. He's going to put the spirit back into us. To keep it very simple. He's going to breathe life back into us.
And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Exactly, so he's going to give us a heart and ears to hear. All right, the heart really going into your mind. All right, that heart to believe, that mind to believe, to understand.
The lob.
And then the ears to hear means that we'll actually be able to hear the words and the prophecies for what they are. Okay, and not for what has been taught. Not the standard status as the Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, all these different things, man. And all the different religions that have sprung out from the Bible. So the Most High is starting to take that pollution out of us, and he's putting the truth back into us, all right, giving us life.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Yep, and we're praising the Most High in the land of our captivity. Right? Primarily here as brothers in America, this is the land of our captivity. Most of us were brought over here on slave ships, but a good portion, of course, the native tribes are already here. Northern Kingdom were already here, but then they were what? Enslaved and persecuted on this land when the enemy came. So we're praising our Lord in the land of our captivity, because even today we may seem to be free, but we're still in captivity because we don't have the power to be able to what? Establish our own land, establish our own culture, our own country, our military, different things like that. So we're always going to be in captivity.
In return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord.
Exactly. So we remember the ways of our fathers. All right. Our fathers have sinned before the Lord, but then when you look at some of our forefathers, are great men, all right, very faithful men. They were what? 10 toes down for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? And we're now today trying to emulate our forefathers. You know, you're talking about Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Solomon,
Noah.
Noah. Yep. Noah. We're trying to emulate those men in order to what? Get right with the Heavenly Father. To be what? The standard. To be the light. And we have to tell you people as well, we have to be the example for you, you know? We can't just talk about it, we actually have to be it.
Hey, Root 234. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Yep. And what's that land? That land is Israel. All right? Yasha Allah. Not the land you see today that's over there with inhabited by the small hats, but the land that surrounds it. Because that little piece of land, if you look on the map, which is Israel today, is only a fraction of what our land was once and what it's going to be. Are you talking about majority of the Middle East is our land.
Actually, into
And not-
Africa.
yeah, into Northeast Africa.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Shit, we think about it. Because remember, we carved out from the land of Canaan.
Yeah.
So you got
I know it's like
a lot of that.
Egypt is like Northeast Africa, but you know Egypt and
a lot of these
Israel is
borders-
It looked like a dagger.
A lot of
like
these
a dagger,
borders
yeah.
now are made up by Esau, so it's
exactly.
bullshit.
It's true, exactly.
One more.
Syria.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Hey, that's pursuing the Jeremiah 31. All right, going into the new covenant that the Most High is going to make with us. He's going to take away the old covenant that he made with Moses, and he's going to make a new covenant, which is ushered with Yahweh Shai. Ultimately going into him establishing that those spiritual bodies, writing the laws in our inward parts so that we will sin no more, and therefore what? We're going to have eternal life. We're going to be immortal. And we're going to be enabled to sin. All right, and that's the blessing that's coming to us if we what? Endure to the end. And us brothers that you see up here, we were set up to be the teachers and the spokespersons, all right, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we're out here doing the work to tell our people of the impending doom and judgment that's coming here to America and all across the world. And that, listen, you only have but a short time to wake up out of the slumber that you're in. All right? Because even though you're awake physically and you're walking around and doing all this, you're spiritually asleep. Because what? You still believe that you're black. You still believe that all men are created equal. You still believe that the Bible is the white man's book. You still believe that Jesus is a so-called white man, or he's here for everybody, and amongst many other things. And we're here to basically shine light on all the darkness that this world has brought upon the earth and upon our people specifically, so that you people have the ability to have life. Because you all are struggling, man. You all are miserable. You all hate your lives no matter how much you want to sit here and lie. You go on social media to try to put on a front to make people think that you're feeling good, to try to lie to yourself, convince yourself that maybe life ain't so bad when you know it's bad. But we're here to tell you that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. All right, there's beauty. You don't have to be subject to your enemies anymore. You don't have to live amongst heathen and have them ruling over you. All right, you don't have to answer to heathen anymore. All right, we've been out there. We experienced what it felt like to be amongst heathen, man. And when I tell you, we are the greater force, man. We are the superior beings. We are the superior race, man.
And we also here to tell you that we understand, man. All right, what the brother's saying, we understand where y'all coming from. We know that you lying about being happy, man. Because we used to be there. We used to be in your shoes, man. So we able to pass down the knowledge because we used to be in the world. We used to be and think how you think and move how you move. So we telling y'all, you don't gotta put up a front, man. There's a way out. That's why scriptures say, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, man. All right? There's a way where you can be freed, all right, without actually selling your soul, all right?
Yep. Yeah, you can be free from this world, man. Because most people think that selling their soul into Esau and Hollywood and shit is going to make them free. In reality, it's making you free from financial burdens.
Financial debt.
But it's putting you more enslaved to the devil and Esau. And really, it's taking you away from the Heavenly Father, which is going to put you into in danger of death. God, you know? That's what they say. What does a man profit in losing his own soul? Gain the world, lose his soul.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt of the Salakia, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a high hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
That's why I said that we have to be doers of His word, not just hearers only. All right? We have to be the example, because a lot of people will come out here and do this work and just think that just being out here is the example. No, this is just the front cover. You have to open the context of the book, and you have to read the chapters to realize and see what it is for what it is. All right, us being out here is just it's a staple. It's
It's a sign of the times.
it's a symbol. It's a symbol of like what what are they about? Let me look into this, man. And then when you come talk to us and you get to know us, you see how we live. You see the things that we value, the things that we don't. All right, you see the things that we hope for and the things that we deny. So we have to be the light, all right, unto the people. So that even comes down to when you're teaching this word, we can't be like the people of this world. You know, we have to be more temperate in our speech. We have to be more intellectual. All right, we have to be more understanding. We have to be more patient. Those things that these people lack, we have to be in order to show that we are truly the light. But also showing conviction so that listen, I'm not going to stoop to your level, and I'm not going to sell or diminish my values and my beliefs for the acceptance of the world. I'm not going to sugarcoat the truth. I'm going to tell you what it is, but I'm also going to be temperate with it. I'm going to tell you the Most High going to put you to death gruesomely, but I'm going to be patient with you.
That's what, if I may, that's why it says we persuade men by fear.
By fear, fear of the Most High.
But fear of the Most High is also love.
Exactly.
So like the brother was saying, it's two sides to a coin. Because when you fear, you're showing love. Because the Lord will show you gruesome death. Like, yeah, you're going to feel death by pain. But on the flip side to that coin, salvation. You know?
Yeah, and we see judgment go out every single day, man.
Oh,
and we rejoice in judgment. But at the same time, when you see bad shit happen to Jake, you know, you'll feel we're naturally empathetic. You'll feel bad. You're like, damn, you know what I mean? But at the same time, hey, it's judgment. You know what I mean? So you got a testimony? I know you had a testimony.
Oh no, I'm saying on the way because you said judgment go out. On my way here, what took me so long is usually it takes like 10 minutes on 95, get here quick. It was an accident. It's an accident. You see the car like, so obviously it hit something. But it was sunny. When I came down, the sun was shining. It was beautiful.
It was shining.
I was like, oh, this is a beautiful day. And I put up my prayer or whatever, and all of a sudden, I look up and traffic just stops. When I finally got there, it was a car that was like turned and hit the power on going out. And there was another car next to it. The cops was all around it. And I don't know if anybody died, but that's judgment. Judgment is such a beautiful.
I'll bring it out after you, bro. Go ahead.
Proverbs 4:18. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
Beautiful.
The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. My son, attend to my words. Incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Exactly, because those that are of the light, their light shining brightly. So you have when you have a light, the scripture say your eye is single, it's full of light, right? So when it's full of light, you have the ability to see everything that's set before you. So you don't stumble over things that you don't see. All right, but those that are of darkness, they're walking in darkness. So when they stumble, they trip. They don't see what they stumble on. They don't know. They don't realize they're going off. And if they do, they don't care, man. But those that are of the light, those that are putting on as the elect, all right, standing boldly for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we are a beacon and we're a symbol of light for the people that are in darkness that want to be brought out of that darkness. That want to be brought to the light. Shepherds, you know, we're the shepherds leading the sheep to salvation, man, to the born. All right, which that born is going into salvation. All right, the Most High is going to come back and He's going to gather all of those who follow the shepherd. All right, because Yahushua is the ultimate shepherd, but we are shepherds under Him.
Ezekiel 39, and I'm gonna start at 21. This first verse kind of really just came back to me. It says, and I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed in my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh with their power from that day and forward. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore I hid my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies, so fell they all by the sword. It says, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them and hid my face from them. All right, this is the point. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel and will be jealous for my holy name.
And if I may, when it says I will bring back the captivity of Jacob again, it's not saying that he's putting us back into slavery. He's basically, it's like when you get sent to prison, right? And you finally get parole, you got to go back to see before the judge to see if you can get cleared or not. When the Lord says I will bring the captivity of Jacob up, it meaning we going back to the judgment seat, and he's going, all right, I'm gonna pardon you now. I think you got it. I think you got enough. You did enough time, and that's what the Lord is saying right here. All right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, it's a couple more.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 26. After that, they have been born, Salakios. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. It says, when I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands and sanctified them in the sight of many nations, then shall they know that I am the Lord their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen, but I have gathered them unto their own land and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh. I was just laying backing off the Baruch 2 and 30 that the brother just brought out. In the land of captivity, they shall remember themselves.
Hey, the Most High is bringing us back out of that darkness, awesome, and making it known to the heathen very soon that the reason why we were in the position we were in was not because y'all had the advantage over us, or y'all had the one up or the power. It's because we went off, and the Most High had to put us in subjection, and the Most High handed us to y'all on a silver platter. You know, dropped us off at your front door. Like you just did. Basically, that's basically what it is. Yep. There's another one that says that. That one, right? That one kind of went into it too. But yeah, he's letting the heathen know that. And then he's going to let our people know too, because you got a lot of our people who still don't get it, that the reason why we're in this position is because we went off. So a lot of Jake will sit here and wonder, why does the so-called white man hate us so much? Why did slavery happen? Why are we in a position? Why are we in the ghettos? Why is this? But we have the answers, but they don't want to hear it because what? It's not what they want to hear. They don't want to.
It's also contrary to their doctrine.
Exactly.
I tell them the Most High did it to us. Say like, not my God.
Not my God.
Only the devil.
And they don't want to hear what comes with it. Like, yo, all right, this is the reason why you were put in captivity and slavery. Damn, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, and how do we get about this? Well, you gotta change. Oh man, I don't know about that. You tell me I gotta stop smoking cigs. Oh, I can't eat pork bacon. I can't have my crab boil.
We had a Christian to our face like, yo, bro, you need to stop eating that. Now I'm eating my bacon, but the whole time talking about Lord, Lord, Lord. I'm like, wow.
You know, and it's like,
wow.
What Jake fails to realize is, although we're not judged by the law, we're not under the law. We uphold the law, as the scriptures say, right? Because Yahweh Shai didn't come destroy it. Because not only that, the law itself is perfect. Like the law, if you follow the law to a T, you are living in a very just, righteous life. But the point is it's not about how well you keep the law. It's about the actions and the intentions behind what you do. It's about a show of respect. It's a show of belief, a show of faith, a show of honor. You can't do as little as not eating pork. Why should the Most High give you the kingdom of heaven? Why should you be able to rule a nation and rule over people if you can't control the very things you eat?
What do they say? Break the piece of my commandments.
How about today?
Yeah, yep. Was that Matthew 5 or 7?
But swine is a little abominable. So
swine is abominable.
He literally. He says an abominable. He said abominable. He's not even supposed to touch it.
It's not even the least, but it's
no. But I'm just saying, it's the least of what you can do.
Yeah.
No, not eating pork was so easy. Since we learned about it, it was like, all right, it's done.
Barely ate pork. Barely ate pork.
Fight with that.
A lot of people.
The only time I ate pork is when I just happened to have pork.
That was it. That's real easy to start. Puerto Ricans, Boricua, they're like, I can't have my pork chops, my pernil.
Like, it's not thousands of other foods, dozens of other animal products you can eat. But like I said, it just goes into how It's the very little things that if you can't even control that or do that, why should you be in charge of ruling the nation? Why should you be given an inheritance of equivalent to trillions of dollars if you can't even not eat pork? Man? If you can't do as little as not shave your beard. That's what Jake failed to realize. It's not about the action of the law. It's about the intent behind it. It's the principle of it. And Jake has no principle. They have no morals. All right, they're lawless. They're heathen. You know, basically, Jake is like heathen. You're vile creatures that you can't even do something as little as that. So why should the Most High entrust you with the blessings of all eternity?
Let me bring the Maccabees up the land back real quick. That's perfect. That's what Jake did. This is First Maccabees 1:11. It says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Hey, they wanted to make a covenant with the heathen, so because ever since they left the heathen, they had sorrow. But the reason why you had sorrow since you left the heathen is because you niggas are hard-headed, man. Yo, every single thing that you've done, you try to emulate the heathen. When we came up out of Egypt, we probably wasn't out of Egypt for about a day or two before Jake was complaining, man. Oh man, I'm hungry. Oh, I had
eating this manna.
Yo, I'm my bed. Yo, if y'all niggas would have been, I ain't not gonna talk. If Jake would have been on point from coming out of Egypt, y'all would have been in the kingdom probably in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks time.
2 weeks time, yeah.
Y'all would have been in the kingdom building up the land. The Most High said, no, I gotta kill this generation off, man.
Yeah, but
y'all
see how
don't
mad
deserve
the
it,
Lord
man.
had to be to make them walk through the joint 40 years.
It was just like
they
this.
must have been complaining something crazy though. Like it must have been like
Yo, but that's why Moses was getting so upset, man. And it's like, and I understand Moses now because it's the same thing with us. We come out here every single week. We have conversations with people all the time. We break down these things all the time with our own family.
That's probably why Moses hit the rock.
Yo, bro,
He
it's
probably
like,
was like,
yo, even with our own family, man.
And the Lord like, bro, what I tell you?
You'll bring the scripture out, making it plain and simple, and then Jake always gotta have a rebuttal, man. To everything. But this. Yo, where's the scripture, man? I just gave you the scripture. You claim you believe in the Bible. You claim you believe in God and Jesus, whatever. Jesus just said this. How you feel about that? Well, whatever.
Ain't no well. It's no well.
No, and I see why a lot of Jake, when they come into the truth, they get that, they in that spirit, like, yo, man, why you can't get it? But then after a while, you become desensitized to it. You start to learn, like, yo, this truth is for everybody.
And we also learned the Lord blinds people.
And the Lord blinds people. And then also the Lord works with people in their own time. You know, sometimes it takes people a little longer to come to the truth. All you gotta do is plant the seeds and the Messiah.
I got you.
And another reason why we kept walking in circles is because the older Jake, the Lord had to get them out of there, man.
He had to kill that generation.
And that's like us waiting for a lot of the brothers that do this work now was a younger, young men. A lot of young men, man. All right, so we was sitting here waiting for our elders to fucking do the work and preach that we'd be here forever walking in circles, man. So the Lord had to raise up the young lions.
And that's why as young men, we need to turn up even more than our elders. Like the elders can take a chill pill, man.
Well, that's scripture.
Yeah, the scripture. They can take a chill, but they don't, bro. The elders don't need
We know the elders not.
Yeah, well, they're not going to, but the elders don't need to be out here doing, they need to just be overseeing, managing, all right, cool, delegating. At this point, bro, you got young men that you raised up and cultivated and groomed to know this doctrine and to teach the doctrine. Let them go out and pump, because we can come out here and stand for hours and every single day. You know what I mean? The energy of the youth, you know what I mean? But that's the beauty of it, though, man. So like the brother said, we can't wait on the elders. We have to step up to the challenge. We got to do what we got to do to ultimately wake up our people.
When the Lord was building the army, right? What was the ages that he chose from?
He started with young boys.
Started with young. He ain't go straight to the elders. He straight. What was it? 18 to
like 18 to 20.
18 to like 21 or something like that. It's like go to y'all build up this army. Young men, let's go. It's the same thing out here. That's why you see a lot of these camps. There's a lot of young men.
And really why I think is because I think the elect is a lot of younger descent.
Yep.
Like younger than like 40, 50, and they're not going to listen to somebody that's like 60, 70, 80. They're going to listen to somebody that's kind of similar in their age bracket. So that's why I think the Lord got a lot of young men out here, because there's a lot of young men that's yet to be awoken.
Know your audience. Yeah.
Plus, one thing I can say about older people, for the most part, they tend to be very receptive to young people. Even in business,
Yeah.
from my experience, whenever I've worked in sales and different things like that, I've always noticed that older people tend to buy more from younger folks, especially when they see them on their job, because they're like, yo, this young man, grinding, good head on his shoulders, he getting to it. I'm gonna work with him and I'm gonna buy from him because I want him to come up.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing when you apply it to the truth. When the older folks start to see the young men full of tenacity, intelligent, hard working, you know, not into the bullshit. They see that and they get inspired by it. Like, damn, I remember when I was young, if I was your age and I was doing this,
You
man.
hear that a lot, yeah.
Imagine, I don't know how my life would have been turned out. So that's why it's so important that it's young men that are standing up doing this work, because it sets a standard, man.
I got it. Things will get done efficient. Get it.
I got this, because you quoted something, and then you spoke, and now I gotta go up. It's in the same chapter.
Bring it
Y'all
out.
gonna feel
Bring
me.
it out. Bring it out.
Always,
So
right?
this is 2nd Esdras 1, and I'm gonna start at 6. And brothers can stop, break down, whatever. It says, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels. It says, pull off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but is a rebellious people. It says, how long shall I forbear them unto whom I have done so much good?
Yeah.
Like you was just going into, bro.
How long? That's why it says, why should you be stricken anymore? You know? Because you have been, the Most High has put us in captivity, taking us out, put us in captivity, taking us out, judge us here, fuck us up here, and all these different things, and Jake still always find a way to go off. Then you got the northern tribes that left the land to go to a whole other land
To do the right
to
thing.
try to do the right thing,
And
to-
still
it
went off.
still went off, man.
And look, verse 10. Many kings have I destroyed before them. It says, many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down.
And that was it's like that was the superpower of the earth at the time.
He's asking like, yo, how much good? Then he said, many kings.
Many
He
kings
started
have-
talking about everything he did.
And that was one of the most talked about events that happened during that time for
Right.
centuries too.
Because
Think about it. No
because of what
phones,
happened.
bro,
A lot of
no
people-
internet.
Yo, you see how the Israelites came out of Egypt?
And
Yo,
also,
split the sea.
you also got to say the history of this time. Egypt was the beacon of knowledge and history.
Yep.
The Greeks, the Romans learned everything from the Egyptians, but the Egyptians learned everything from Joseph. Us. So that's the thing that people
that's
always seem to forget.
That's crazy.
You learned everything. Now, mind you, there was a great empire, but the wisdom once the Israelites settled in that land,
It
their
magnified
empire
it.
shot up.
It's like, yo, it's like the brother that, you know, I don't say his name, used to camp with us, used to say that Joseph was, what's the name? In the Prince of Egypt, not Prince of Egypt, the mummy. What was the boy's name in the mummy?
You talking about Nasser the movie or some shit?
Yeah,
like
but that was his chick.
Oh,
But
that
he
was the chick.
dude, yeah.
I forgot what his name
The
was.
mummy, the movie, The Mummy with
Yeah, I
Brendan
forgot what
Fraser.
his dude's name
That
was.
Egyptian prince or whatever, he
Yeah.
married the Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah.
He represented Joseph.
Joseph,
You
yeah,
know
he
what I
did.
mean? Yeah, I can't
Yo,
think of his name.
he
but
did,
that's
though.
spiritual as shit.
He did,
Yeah.
definitely did.
Yeah, bro.
He
So-
did,
so
though.
it
You
makes
gotta have me
sense.
go back and watch that.
Yeah, nah, that joint's spiritual, bro. You gotta go back and watch
Which
it.
one?
The joint
Bro, we used to always talk about it. Yeah, the mummy.
right.
He said that represented Joseph.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? So that makes sense that, you know,
What's crazy,
the
I just
Egyptians
seen
got
that.
all their knowledge from him because they said Joseph was the bull.
Joseph,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Joseph,
Vision,
Joseph
interpreting dreams.
Yo,
You
Joseph was
know what I'm saying?
Joseph
The
is
Lord
the
was
reason
winning.
why Egypt was magnified
Right.
and glorified.
Yeah. Remember
that's
what
where
it
they got the
was.
rules out the concrete. Remember he was in the dungeon? Y'all gotta see the cartoon, the Disney joint.
Oh,
He
the
was in
prison.
prison and he planted this tree out of the den and it was just concrete down there. and there was a little hole in the joint.
A little bit of light coming
Yeah,
in.
and it shined through, and there was a tree in that joint. It was beautiful, bro.
Bro.
The cartoon, but it was beautiful.
Bro, I know what you mean.
If you think about it too, it kind of go off a little bit too, cause
Oh, it definitely go off.
the shorty, Anakton and Samun was actually would have been Pharaoh's wife, which in the scriptures Pharaoh tried to knock Joseph off and said no, because it was adultery. That's what they did in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie they actually let him
swapped
hit.
it.
They
They
swapped.
let
Yeah,
him
bro.
hit.
Yeah,
Which caused the downfall of the whole
Caused the whole
joint. That caused the
joint.
whole.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. You going to
Because remember, because the shorty came at Joseph. Joseph was like, oh hell no,
Hell no.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well,
But in
no.
the movie though,
In the movie he
Joseph
actually
took
did
it.
it.
He took it down.
You know what, bro?
Nah, you gotta go back and watch it, bro.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
when you said that,
That's heavy.
when you said that the Egyptians got everything from Joseph, I said, yo, that's the mummy movie, bro, all day. It's just Edomized.
Well, see, look, because the Egyptians got everything from Joseph, and then the Romans and the Greeks, the Greeks and then the Romans got everything from Egypt,
Right.
like the libraries of Alexandria. They said that most of the stuff that was in there was taken from Egypt during when Mark Antony and Cleopatra was taking over Egypt. They was taking all the knowledge and stuff and put it into Alexandria. Alexandria is what? Alexander the Great, which is the Greek Empire's the first triumvirate. His 4 generals turned and split his kingdom into 4, and they started taking everything.
Primarily,
Bro, if you go into the history of everything, bro, it's like
in Egypt.
You can only imagine what was in that library, bro. They had to burn that shit down. You can only imagine all the knowledge.
Oh, they burnt it down because it was knowledge is talking about
Us.
what? Us.
Of course.
And then what did they want? Whoa, iconicalism. They didn't want everybody to know that everything was created by what? The nation of Israel. The world was created for the nation of Israel, and all other people were what? To be subject unto them.
Joseph is thorough too, because he gave all his. Remember, the 12 sons was actually allowed that went into Egypt first.
Yeah.
All the 12 boys were still out here rocking, and then Joseph did some thorough shit with the first pharaoh and put him in the land of Goshen, who was the best. Who was the best man in John. Yeah.
Bro, that cartoon is so spiritual.
Oh, no,
bro,
he had
it
his
goes
sons in
into
there.
it, bro.
Yeah, in the land. Yeah,
Yeah.
The 12 boys were still alive.
Yeah, because remember they all came to call for him.
Yeah.
Because they thought, remember, they sent Joseph to die.
Yeah,
Well, not to
yeah.
die, to slavery.
Yeah.
They sent him to slavery. And then it was like, the Most High is beautiful. He sent them to slavery. Joseph ended up became in the fucking...
They put him in a ditch.
Yeah.
They didn't want to kill him. Because like,
put him in there and
He was favored with this banging ass garment he had.
I thought they sold him to slavery.
They did.
They put him in a ditch first, then they sold him.
Yeah, because they were going to kill him first.
Oh, then they
and
said,
then, and then like, it's our brother. We can't have that
Right.
garment.
Right.
All
Selling to
because
the
of
Egyptians.
Jacob, what? Jacob favored Joseph.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because he was able to interpret dreams and all that. So it was all beautiful. The Lord do everything for a reason, man.
It was something with his special garment he had.
Bro, he's a pretty motherfucker.
Yeah, he was a pretty
I'm telling you right now, bro.
Yeah.
He probably was out there.
Joseph definitely was a pretty motherfucker.
Brothers is like,
Ephraimites came from mother.
Plus, how do? And dad like him, man. Yo, get rid of him. That's what happened.
crazy.
No, you probably had to, but Pharaoh wife came with him.
Yeah, bro.
Pharaoh wife was
Right,
probably
Bro, like,
yo,
and when I say pretty motherfucker, I'm not no disrespect to him.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, he
like very
brother,
handsome,
brother,
good looking.
Solomon was like that.
Well, we know Solomon was like that.
Solomon was a pretty boy.
Yeah, Solomon was a pretty boy too. Gold in his hair, gold in his teeth.
Talk, oh, my teeth are comely gold.
Comely gold.
He said, my man said I'm black and I'm beautiful, baby.
King Solomon was bull.
He was bored, man.
Pretty bull.
I mean, it's funny because you can actually like kind of correlate them too, in a way. Joseph and Solomon.
Solomon, yeah.
Kind of correlate because Joseph being very intelligent,
Very
wise,
intelligent, yep.
You know, same thing how he was very popular. You know,
Yep.
things like that. Man, Solomon was the same way.
Joseph was bull.
Joseph was
He
bold.
was second. Remember how big
Bro,
Egypt
first of all,
was.
you got to think.
So he's second in command
Yep.
on all that shit,
Bro.
And you're Jake.
He
He made him.
He was technically a foreigner too.
He was a foreigner, and the Pharaoh was like,
Everybody was hating on him.
You come through.
you
big
know
dog.
what? Here's some jewels.
Yeah.
You know what?
Your
I got.
brothers?
He said, you got family? Go get them.
Go get him.
Yeah,
Bring them here. I'm going to give you. You know
That's
what?
another thing. Joseph had mercy on his brother.
yeah.
brothers.
They recognized
They didn't recognize
because he had just
he was he was up.
They
Up,
thought he
bro.
was
He
dead,
was
bro.
up, bro.
First of all, he thought he was
20,
dead. Remember,
30 years
remember,
later,
remember,
bro.
remember, exactly. Also, the
Like, yo,
thing,
Joseph was
they sold him when he was young. He grew up as a man in wealth.
He was the youngest
Yup.
brother.
He was the youngest. So
Yo,
when they
and
older, they
all
probably
that-
like
imagine all the knowledge he was able to acquire
What?
in Egypt and all that.
the Lord was pumping
Right?
knowledge through that.
But it's
brother.
like, damn, it's like, yo, the minute they found out it was him, bro, they spirit of humility, bro. They was like, oh
They
shit.
dropped down. Oh no, but he was fucking with him. Remember,
He had to, though.
He had to. He had to.
What they do?
He said, nah, you stole that shit.
You
Come back.
Hey, them right there, yo.
That's the Lord, though. The
Gather
Lord.
all them together. The whole time he's happy to see his brothers.
Crime is
You know what's beautiful? Even though his brothers did him dirty, like what our law say, still forgive your brother. And you know what I'm saying? Yup. And yup.
Because believe it or not, they also still had mercy on him. They could have honestly
Could have killed him.
The
But it
fact
was
that
like
something
they-
pricked them, it was the
Yo,
Lord.
sell him to Egypt.
It was the Lord.
Knowing it was for his blessing. Essentially,
Wow,
man.
really just to give us that land ultimately.
Really give us the land, yeah.
The Lord is scattered.
Scattered, bro.
The way the right stuff, man. That's
Mind you,
crazy.
the king, the Pharaoh wasn't worried about that land because he had an empire.
Empire,
So he
yeah.
was like, "You making me better. You know what? You and your family, fuck my people. You can have all that.
I'll move them if
I'll move them over here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go conquer other shit and I'm gonna move them around. So y'all can have
You
that.
can run everything but me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I
basically.
mean? You could have control of everything but me.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say technically Joseph was technically our first ruler in a sense. He was the head.
In a sense.
Remember, we got the land because of him.
yeah, 'cause
I'm not saying it, but we
David-
know that he
David
wasn't.
and them come
We
later.
know it was. We know it was.
I got what I get. What
Yeah,
you
but I'm
saying.
saying it like in a sense of like because we were getting established.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
established that way. Well,
He
the Lord
was,
established.
he was pretty much just like this spokesperson.
My man is deteriorating
Yeah, man.
every time we see him. Damn,
I
dog.
ain't got my glasses.
His countenance, bro. What's going on, man?
Still don't have an audience?
What's up, man?
Well, you.
Oh,
you.
damn, he's
What's
still
wrong? What's
scoffing?
wrong with
You good, man?
What's wrong? You all right,
You
man?
need to talk.
Nobody listening to y'all.
You need to talk, brother. Come on, man.
You look a
Worse
little
and
sick,
worse,
man.
baby.
You look a little sick, man. You all right?
My man probably suffering from like stage 3 fucking liver cancer.
Bro, it's crazy.
No, he looks sick. You see his eyeballs?
And they gonna
Bro.
scoff till death.
No, my man,
missiles
my
coming.
man used to be slim. He used
They
to ride his
not, they
bike.
not real.
He used to ride his bike. Used to be all slim and in shape, full of life.
Y'all
Now
still
this
ain't got
man
no
just
audience.
He just coming through, barely
Hey.
making it.
belly all big and
Bro,
shit. now.
bro, he looked like a fucking panda bear. You know how pandas be having fucking
Actually,
them
worse and
black
worse,
eyes?
bro.
Boy, look like a fucking panda bear,
That's what
bro.
America
Yo,
do
he used
to
to
you.
have a cut and all that. He used to keep
Bro,
it
now, man.
Now this man just like, bro,
Hey, that's what America do to you, man. You be here too long.
that and you scoffing against.
He looked like he looked like he slept all day and just
Hey, if
woke
you
up.
love it here, America gonna make you make you look like you hate it.
America make you age faster. You travel around the world, bro. Everybody look. Joe,
everybody,
You remember, motherfuckers was 50, 60 years old, looking like 30, 35-year-old people was looking like they were in their
21,
20s over there.
22.
You see
40,
35-year-old people now, they look like they like
50,
50. America will really rot you, bro. Yo, rot you, bro. But my slot is going.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Go ahead.
It's back in 2nd Esdras 1 and 11. It says, all the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east have I scattered the people of 2 provinces, even of Tyrus and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. It says, speak thou therefore unto them, saying, thus saith the Lord, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning I gave you a safe passage, and I gave you Moses for a leader and Aaron for a priest.
Moses was that head, man. And Aaron was the priest. You know, Moses was the one who called the shots. He ordered everything, he put everything in perspective. All right, Aaron was the one who kind of like held everything together, man.
But you know why that was right for Aaron to be the priest? Because he was eloquent. He could articulate God's laws the best. So if God wanted something to think about, you got a brother that's stuttering the whole time. Like, yo, bro, what do you want us to do? So you got an eloquent brother.
Or
That's,
be like, all right, look. So, all right,
The
this
Lord
is what
wanted-
you do. You take 2 and what you
take
do,
2 doves.
And Aaron was like, yo, man, look, take 2 doves, add 1 dove to it, turn them around.
Yeah, what he said. What he said. Yeah.
Okay. But you know, it's dope though. The Lord dealt with Moses directly.
Yeah, he did.
And then passed to Aaron. And Aaron,
Moses,
Oh, yeah.
and then Moses was like, yo, man.
Moses was still,
was
Moses
heavy.
had a stronger spirit.
Right.
What happened when Moses went up to the mountain?
Remember
He
Moses.
folded.
Remember Moses was, but Moses also was raised to be a king.
Exactly.
So you also got to understand that perspective. The Lord put him in a position to be raised as a
raised
king.
as a king.
So when he
was a
told
noble,
him
bro.
to go, when he was already a
noble,
he was
nobility.
a nobility. So when he told him to go free
Spirit.
Moses, royalty. Oh my God.
That's beautiful.
You can't make that up. You cannot make
It's
that
crazy because there was a guy, I don't know if you guys heard him. He walked by, the first one that spoke to y'all. I don't know if you heard him, but he said it in a very low, when he walked behind me, he said, "What's up, Kings?" But he said it really in a really low voice and walked by. That was like when you first opened up. He said, "What's up, Kings?"
Yeah, man.
That's what he said.
Yo,
They look.
the dopest thing that ever happened to us, this one shorty walked by when we was over there. She stared at us the whole way walking by, and she like, they look like superheroes. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, all right, there you go. There we go. That's really what happened.
Spirit.
Go finish that, brother.
2nd Esdras 1:14, it says, I gave you light and a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you, yet you have forgotten me, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails were as a token for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, you murmured there, and triumph not in my name for the destruction of your enemies, but ever to this day do ye yet murmur. You good, bro?
You go back to when he says the quails were a token unto you. That was the Lord actually showing mercy because he heard you bitching and complaining so much.
right.
Did he say, you know what? Instead of getting mad, because remember the Lord, this is before Yahushua was in the scene. The Lord, like, I will kill you.
Remember the Most High was gonna kill. Remember the Most High was gonna kill everybody.
No, he said,
He was gonna kill everybody. Moses was like, yo, Moses was like, yo, you just gonna bring them out of the land, do all those miracles just to kill them in the wilderness?
Right. Like, you know what? You're right.
nah, because look, Salaki, I'm thinking.
He said the quails were a token unto you. He said, look, I sent you these quails to shut you the fuck up. But you still ain't getting your shit right. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with the king, too.
See, with Noah, he did do it. He killed everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
My fault.
No. The Most High just told Noah, he said, yo,
build a
just
boat.
build the ark. That's it, bro.
I'm flooding these things.
Killing everybody.
He said everything got to go.
Anybody who come. Anybody who don't,
Salaki, that's my fault.
Yeah, but he sent them more quail than what they wanted, so eventually they would complain about having too much meat
Yeah,
too.
but see, that was the point.
that just goes to show you the mentality and emotion of Jake. It's just that nothing's ever enough. You know what I mean?
Even to this day,
they're
bro.
stiff-necked people. You know, and it blows my mind why the Most High even decided to choose us, man. Because when you look at the nature of our people, they're very ungrateful. Yeah. You know, very ungrateful. They take everything for granted. All right, they complain about everything. You know, and I catch myself in that mentality sometimes. When I just feel like shit in the world. I mean, I'm at work. I'm at work and shit. My job is annoying me and all that. But you know, I kind of gotta realize and tell myself like, yo, bro, you got a job. It's a decent paying job. You can pay it, support your family, bro. It's not that bad.
Yeah, the Lord
You know what I mean?
definitely giving us
So,
a break.
but we also come with a mentality where like we know what we are and what we got to come. So it's kind of like, yo, bro, I'm tired of listening to these fucking heathens. You got your fucking Edomites. So it's like a constant war. It's like, oh, I got to be grateful and understanding and content, but at the same time, I know I'm a king.
Right here.
And you know what I mean? So it's like a constant battle.
Oppression makes a wise
Oppression makes a wise man mad. Bro.
So when you wise, you understand your oppression. So you're like, why the fuck am I listening to this fucking... You gonna be
This
my slave.
uncircumcised heathen, or this bitch that get fucking blood every month.
That's Ezekiel 9:4 though. That's different.
Like,
That's
you
Ezekiel
trying
9
to
and
make
4.
I say, listen to this bitch. And she bleed every month. She can't even bench 225.
225, 135. Bitch, your weight. I'm 120.
She can't even break the scriptures down and break down properly.
She don't even got the name.
One minute she talking about the Lord loves me, and then I'm a Scorpio. Bitch, it's a demon in God. You can't serve two masters. Sit down.
And I gotta listen to this. I gotta listen to a woman that actually gets pregnant. And, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, I be in that mentality sometimes, bro. But
these next two is going.
bro.
This whole chapter just goes through all the shit we did. We fucked up. The next two verses is going to sum up whatever. Beautiful. So
Got
this
something
2nd
for
Esdras
after.
1 and 17, it says, where are the benefits that I have done for you? It says, when you were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did you not cry unto me, saying, why hast thou brought us into the wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served it for the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness.
Yo,
I got something for you to back
that's
you
the
up
crazy,
on that.
crazy thing about that is I can see why there's some Israelites that teach against Jacob's trouble because they in that mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
They in the mentality where if all shit hit the fan, they living deliciously right now. Like IUICs, for example, they teach against nigga trouble. They don't teach about nigga trouble. They living deliciously. So when shit hit the fan and they can't have their magnificent garments and buildings and foods and peace,
in their
damn,
weddings
they
and
gonna
all
be
this.
they gonna be that mentality like, why would the Lord forsake us? Why this?
Yeah.
They're not gonna have that foundation and that faith in the time to come. So they're of that, or those that are in that spirit, because you're gonna have elect members that come out of there.
You know what's crazy? I mean, not to get off topic, but I watched the video of Nate basically going into the 501c3
I
charter.
just need to ask her.
I was surprised. I'm like, bro, did you get a 501c3 charter? And he's like, yeah, you know, because these churches out here, you know, and he brought up the whole thing. He said the government, when you go down to certain banks, he was talking about getting government grants and getting loans and stuff. Yeah. And he was talking to the whoever the hell he was talking to. It was like a little press conference, John. I mean, like a little sit down he had. And he basically said, well, when I try to go down to a bank, they wouldn't give me no money. So then somebody told him, well, you got to go down to a Christian bank. And he was talking about when you go down to the Christian bank, they basically say, here, you got to sign this document that you're only going to teach certain things and do certain things. So I'm in my head like, well, Nate, did you sign that?
Maybe he signed this shit, but he's just trying to put it out there, make it seem like he's not. But like, in reality, it's like, bro, what does the contract really say? Because you can teach a lot of things.
You know Nate signed you.
And I only brought that up. I only brought that up because you just said something about IUIC. But go ahead, brother. Back to you. Oh, your brother had
the land back. Yeah.
Numbers chapter 20 and verse 1. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people showed with Moses, so they blamed him, and spake, saying, would the Most High that we have died when our brethren died before the Lord?
What I say? He was mad. He was mad at Israel, so he ended up going off. Keep reading. Keep reading.
And why have ye brought up the congregation of the Lord into the wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt to bring us in unto this evil place? It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink.
It's just a desert.
Desert. Ungrateful.
Yes.
Desert.
Yep. Not they were so focused on the journey, not the destination.
Right.
Yep.
Not realizing that y'all were oppressed in Egypt.
Y'all had it worse in Egypt. You had it worse.
But the difference is, in Egypt, at least they had houses.
They had somewhere to go at the end of the day.
They had
After the
place to go.
taskmaster said, okay, you can go home
They
for
had
a couple hours.
They had shit. So it's like being in prison. You got a cell to go to. You got a cot. You get meals.
You don't want to be there.
Stockholm syndrome.
Hey,
Same shit.
them very same thoughts is why y'all gonna walk.
Imagine,
walk
I mean,
40
it
years
makes
to
sense
die.
though. It makes sense. It makes sense when you have nothing to hope for. Because imagine going from being in jail to, like I said, having heat, cot, blanket, scheduled meals and shit like that, to being homeless.
But you also, one thing I would add to this, you gotta also understand, when the Lord walked with man at one point, when the Lord was visiting the earth so much in chariots, they were so desensitized by the miracles. They were so desensitized by the miracles that
It was a normal thing.
bro, you seen the wars.
You seen a chariot of
You
fire.
seen a chariot fire.
Leading y'all,
Bro,
y'all literally walked through a fucking
they like chariots. That's normal, bro. We know the chariots are there. See miracles, bro. That's
through a fucking sea.
That's why the Lord talks about those who have not seen and believe. Because we have not seen and we read about this shit.
And we be like,
How the fuck did our forefathers, or how did we
That
literally
go-
do
that
this
go-
shit?
Whatever with the virus and unfortunate fit. But in this case scenario, the Israelites, privilege is invisible to the ones who have it.
Privilege is invisible to the ones that have it. That is a true statement. That's why a lot of Edomites can't understand white privilege. Because they're like, what do you mean? Everyone can go. Motherfucker, you ain't gotta worry about the cops shooting you down when you leave your fucking house.
They're like, why don't you, if you don't like being purple, why don't you just do this?
And then you tell them about the system put in place.
Why don't you just take out a loan and start a business?
Bro, it was that easy to take out a loan, bro.
If it was that easy,
Everybody would have a business.
I got you, Wop.
Sound good.
Got a little bit more on it.
Go ahead.
Numbers 20 and verse 6. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of Yahweh appeared unto them. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock, so thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod before Yahweh as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock?
Perfect. What I said.
Called them rebels.
Frustrated.
Moses was frustrated. So he got the instructions from the Lord, but he was tired of hearing these niggas bitching.
Right.
So he was like, yo, should I not should give you water out of the rock? And instead of just speaking to the rock, he said, man, boom, split the rock, the water flowed, and the Lord said, bro, I made you the leader. Keep your composure. That right there teaches you. That right there teaches a man humility. What is leadership? You got to do it the right way, man. You are an emissary. Moses was an emissary of the Lord himself, and all he had to do was follow instructions and not care what the people thought. Right? Only handle instructions. But what he did, he was frustrated with the people because what? He was in the flesh.
He called them rebels too.
And he called. That's why he was mad.
I
He's
got
like,
that
man,
word
you
rebel
rebels.
for you too.
You rebels. Boom. Then the Lord said, all right, because of that.
And it sounded like what he was saying, basically what he was saying through the question, y'all not even worth even doing this miracle right now in front of y'all. That's why he's saying, like, rebels, are y'all even worth the shit?
Do I need to keep babying you and hold your hand? I got that word rebel. It's the Hebrew, I think, marah. It says here, to be contentious, be rebellious, be refractory, be disobedient towards, be rebellious against, to be disobedient towards Father, towards Yahweh, to show rebelliousness, show disobedience.
And what did our Father always said to us? Don't let a man pull you off your what?
Square.
Your square. Moses allowed the people to pull him off his square. He hit the rock instead of speaking to the rock, and the Lord what? Punished him for it because what? With great power comes great responsibility. He was in charge. So he said, look, man, you ain't going to see the kingdom.
Right. Same reason why Adam got in trouble.
Exactly.
He was in charge of Eve, and Eve went off.
Exactly. The Lord, see, this is why, bro, brothers in leadership need to tread lightly and think about how you're leading your flocks, man. Bro, that's beautiful, man. Go ahead. You have more on that?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Go ahead.
And Moses lifted up his, Numbers 20 and 11. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe me not, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
They went through all of that to not see them. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Moses
that-
went through all that.
Yeah, because at that point,
crazy.
that's a long time to went
Bro,
by.
40
Moses ain't
years,
see it, bro.
He
That's
was
heavy,
rocking, he was
bro.
rocking for 40 years.
And that's why Joshua had to take over.
Yep. And see, Moses, he fell short because he allowed men
To get to him.
to get to him.
That's why Scripture said, let no man take that crown.
Brother, I promise you that was on my mind. I promise you that was on my mind.
King David, especially right here.
Hey, through the Spirit, I think Moses was King David, right?
Yeah.
The incarnation, I think he King David.
Go ahead,
In Sirach 11 and 25, that's a little quick sucker punch, you know what I mean? It says, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity.
Focus.
Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
That's heavy. It's a heavy joke.
The parable of Luke, what we brought out,
It's a heavy joke.
right? Remember the parable of Luke that we brought out? Bro, when you in prosperity, right? Read it again. When you're in prosperity, you don't think about what?
affliction.
Affliction.
Bad shit, man.
On the side is when you in affliction, you ain't thinking about prosperity.
This is why the Lord tells us to this is why the Lord tells us to stay in the house of mourning. Because if you're in the house of mourning, you're always willing to work. You're always willing to move, keep moving. But when you're in the house of prosperity, of mirth, what happens? You become laxy-daisy.
Get your guard down.
You're not feeding your spirit the right way. You start being a little loose with certain things, man. And what? When you loose on certain things, you're more susceptible to what? To trip and fall. And you might fall into a ditch. You might fall into destruction. You might fall out of salvation. Bro, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's why we always like, even when you in prosperity, that's why we always talk about always give thanks to the Lord, man. In all things, when you up high and when you down low.
I was watching this show called it's on Prime. It's called The Peripheral.
Yeah.
That shit, wow.
What's that about?
I was getting into that.
I ain't
Bro.
finished it.
I was getting into that. I ain't
Neuralink
finished
shit.
it.
Take virtual.
Going into the future.
But basically, bro, if you
Doing
remember,
that.
it was it was a phrase that the bald head Jake said. The lady, she said, fear. She said, fear is the weakest type of motivation, but it's strongest is most powerful in short term.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
But
that-
it was deeper than what she was saying, bro.
It's that natural.
We fear the
Shit was
Lord.
deep, hey.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, that shit hit. I had to keep rewinding.
But to fear the Lord, it's not like we're scared. It's like we fear because we respect him.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a type of like,
And it's short. It said it's most powerful in short term. I mean, we almost out of this bitch. Salvation is there than we believe.
Okay, now I'm catching.
You feel me?
Okay, yeah.
She was more so talking about controlling motherfuckers to get to accomplish her task.
Got it, yeah.
We on a spiritual level. You know what I mean? Fear is knowledge. You know what I mean?
It says persuade
Yeah.
them by fear.
Yeah.
Because what fear is, like you said, brother, is knowledge, wisdom. Because it's a natural, if you will, a natural sensory reflex for man when fear hits, fight or flight.
Yeah,
right? Alertness, learning, being quick on your toes.
yeah.
You know, being agile.
Very precise.
Very, no, I wouldn't say precise.
Yeah,
Because fear can
because
fuck you up.
fuck you up. Yeah.
That's the thing
true,
though,
that's
bro.
true.
Fear in the long term is weak because why? You have a motherfucker fearing you for a certain amount of time. They're gonna end up killing you out of fear. But in short term, you're gonna get that goal accomplished.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And also,
so I think that's what they.
also with short-time fear will push you to learn quick.
yeah.
That's why I said fight or flight. Because if you can, let's say impending doom.
Oh, shit.
Yahweh Shemel Shai is already, Yahweh Shemel Shai has told us the prophecies, right? Yahweh Shemel Shai has given us the prophecies in the scriptures. Basically, what is that? Fear. He said, look, these are the things that are coming quickly.
Yes, what happened?
Right? What are we supposed to do? Be on our watch and prepare.
In that short term.
Hey,
That short term,
work out all fear and trembling.
Yeah,
Yep.
work out your own
Salvation.
salvation.
Fear and trembling.
But what does that do? If you have fear and trembling,
Go hurry up and learn
you're
quick.
going to learn quick and you're going to prepare for what's to come. You know, long-term fear, like the brother said, is being what? Contentious in your own spirit. You too weak to move. Like,
Timid now.
I can't.
No, you're not trying to do nothing. You just staying in the house in a bubble.
You know what? That makes sense.
Taking no risks.
Fear in the short term will have you being on your shit. Fear in the long term will create cowardice.
Yep. Right. Because the Lord, because the Lord, you know, remember, what's that? 2 Timothy 1:7. 1 Timothy 1, 2 Timothy 1:7. I did not give you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. Right. The Lord persuaded us with fear, but then also said, hey, I'm telling you this because I care. But at the same time, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, but I'm letting you know to be fearful so you can be ready. To be ready. You know, be on your watch. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Nah, because it stuck out. I'm like, yo, that means something deeper because even though they put that shit in the movies for a reason.
Bro.
They have shit to do with the movies. I'm just like, yo, that stuck out, bro. Fear. Through fear, we gonna see salvation. Lord willing, we be accounted in that number, man.
Or willing.
You know what I mean?
We brought out, you wasn't with us at, when we was out there, but with our last camp, rebuke for who, the lesson we put up, rebuke for whom it concerns.
I seen it. Beautiful. I seen
When
it.
you
bro.
get into that,
Beautiful.
Jones, we went into, you know, we went into basically, man, having understanding and what is required to what? To get that salvation, right? We went into like, all right, put it on like the elect and what it means. There's going to be a lot of brothers that are going to fall short of that golden ticket because of not understanding the fear. They say they know to fear the Lord, and they say they fear the Lord, but if you fear the Lord and you fear losing salvation, what will you do? You will do better at understanding of what's required to get into the kingdom of heaven. You know, you would tread lightly on how you move in this world, right? Because a lot of brothers do a good job on surface value, but are you really doing it behind closed doors? Right. Off camera. All right? Are you actually really putting on like the elect? Are you being brotherly? Are you doing these things that is required for salvation? Right? And by doing those things, it's a beautiful dog. I'll tell you that.
I thought that was a fucking person for him.
That is a beautiful fucking.
That's a true poodle.
They supposed to be that big?
Yeah, you have miniature poodles, which are the poodles that most people talk about, but those are real poodles.
Oh, that's a crazy motherfucker, bro.
These motherfuckers from like Europe and shit.
In the kingdom, I'm gonna have a Clifford. I'll tell you this right now. Terrorizing the heathen.
Really, Clifford?
Nope. It's gonna be Azael. Azael gonna be.
That's why it stuck out. I was like, you, dog version, you, bro. Fucking curly hairs.
Fuck out of here,
I
dog.
know, it was a beautiful joke.
But just getting back on topic, whatever. But man, we are you men of Israel, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand, man. Much is given, but much is required, man. Much is given, but much is required. But what is required is not hard though. The Lord actually made it so easy for us. It's like you got your I say the SATs coming up, right? A lot of disenfranchised schools didn't have the resources to learn what was on the actual SAT, right? But the Lord was like this: y'all not disenfranchised. Y'all are the richest, most abundant, most privileged. Here is the cheat sheet. If you want a full 2,400, was it 2,400 now? 2,400 now. It used to be 16. It's like 2,400. Here's a cheat sheet to get a guaranteed 2,400. Even if you fall short by 100 points, bro, you going to the top.
You're going to get as close to 24 as possible, which is like, motherfuckers get like a 1,200. Like the average motherfucker get like 1,200.
But my sister got like 18, bro.
Smart as shit, bro. 1,800 is crazy.
Well, that was also when it was out of 2,100 at the time, I believe. No, we talking about my one little sister, a little bit genius. She's a little genius baby.
Bro, 1,800 out of 24.
That's fucking scat. Scat.
Bro, it's like top 10%.
But mind you, she was in the top. Well, remember, she's in the top 1% of the nation. My little sister's top 1% of the nation. Different.
I got like a fucking 900.
Bro, I think I got like a 12 something. Right?
I went to a dumbass high school.
I got NCAA requirements for sports. It's an 820.
But we all go to say this is because the Lord gave you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans the cheat sheet, man.
Right. Esau set us up right.
You know,
the Most High set us
exactly.
up.
Esau might have set us up to fail in this world, but the Lord set us up to prosper in the spirit, man. Right? So then, this is why when in the scriptures, the Lord says, once this truth is spread to the four corners of the earth, the end shall come, and the Lord is going to bring that reward, right? And also it says when your calamity comes, right, the Lord is going to laugh at your calamity. Why is he going to laugh at your calamity? Because he gave you the fucking cheat sheet. He said, all right, here you go. Yo, you're not disenfranchised. You are loved. You get everything. Here you go. And then you neglected it on purpose. So you get an 820 NCAA fucking minimal to get in, or you get an 810. You ain't even make the NCAA, right? The NCAA, I would use that as the 1/3, not the elect. The elect got damn near perfect, but the 1/3 men, women, and children that were believers got the bare minimum to get in. But at least they got in. All you that fell short of the bare minimum is going to be the 2/3. But then no one is going to pity you because the cheat sheet was given free.
Yeah, that makes sense. The 144 are the ones that excel.
Right?
1/3.
Gonna be the ones who just made it in.
Are the ones who make the minimum requirements.
Yeah, minimum requirements to play ball. Meaning like the
you
brother
made the
said,
team. You get buckets, but you ain't. You ain't Curry. You ain't Curry. You ain't Bron.
But you're
a role player.
You're a role player. You're reserve.
You're necessary.
It's like the curriculum.
You on a practice squad.
Esau's curriculum is based off of how the basis of man learns and thinks.
Right.
Like it's beneath
Well,
us.
it's there. Well, you
Labeled
understand.
us ADHD. We learn different.
We
talk
don't.
about- 'cause we're
Esau and them
we're
can
naturally
even can
created.
sit down for 8-10 hours
Because they're
straight
natural servants.
and read
Exactly.
natural servants.
Exactly.
So they can sit down and stare and
But what this apostle
computer.
But what this apostle Tahar say we must be visionaries.
Visionary.
The Lord made us what creative thinkers, processors.
we need to touch,
hands on,
feel,
hands on.
you know, figure things out.
What is over
here? Explore here. Do this. Do that.
Critical
What does a ruler
thinkers,
do?
right?
He cultivates.
Exactly. Right.
He leads by example, right? A servant is sit in a seat and just be downloaded. This is what I want you to do.
Because that's
1
their-
+ 1 = 2. That's it. Whereas though a creative thinker might go, well, 1 + 1 has to be 3 because if you have 1 and 1, but then you're adding another, how is it only 2? A creative thinker would think a little bit more outside the box.
Terrence Howard talking about that.
Actually, because that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I got you.
Because the way physics is put together now is not necessarily how physics is supposed to be put. Never mind. Yeah, that's a whole other story, but I know we're getting into that. The complex mathematical equations. Wait, never mind. What you got out? That's something, brother?
Yeah, going into the terror, the fear in the Lord.
Okay, yeah, bring it out, bring it out.
2 Corinthians 5:11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and our trust also are made manifest in your consciousness. And that word terror goes to the Greek phobos, which the word phobia comes from.
Phobia, yeah. Terror,
To
yeah.
have
Yeah,
a
bro,
phobia.
you better have a phobia of the Lord. You know how people are like, oh, I don't fear nothing, I only fear the Lord. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because if you knew that the Lord will destroy you and your spirit,
Right.
Well, you know, a lot of people talk a lot of shit, right? A lot of people talk, oh, I'm God fearing. I don't fear nothing but God.
I like that. Terror means phobos.
But my thing is this:
Beautiful.
Makes sense. Beautiful.
how do you fear God if you don't even know the true nature and intent of God Himself? Because the God you believe and follow is Jesus Christ, and the nature and intent of Jesus Christ is mercy, save, love, and peace. And there's no harm and foul that comes out of Him. So how do you fear God when you don't even know His true intent and nature? Whereas we can clearly say we fear God because what? We know the nature of the Most High. We know that all bad things that happen in the world are ordered by the Most High.
All death.
There's nothing that happens that doesn't come up to the approval of the Most High.
Get that? Can evil be done in the city?
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Most High. Now I'm not going to sit here and we're not going to go and get into this. But Most High might. No, I'm saying. No. I'm saying like I'm not going to sit here and put my own perspective on it and say what is and what isn't. But the Most High might not order. He might not call every hit, but He might sign the check.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of that's the whole point of what service, right?
Meaning, what I mean by that is, the Most High might not be the one that say, yo, I need him dead, I need him dead, I need him dead. It might be some.
I was agreeing.
No, I thought you were kind of going down.
No. I was agreeing.
There might be somebody, an angel might come to the Most High.
Who was given the task of watching.
Okay.
That's what I was
Okay,
agreeing
there you
with.
go.
There's an angel. There's angels that were tasked to watch for these things,
Yeah.
to know what the Lord already wants.
Right.
So when He goes, oh, he gotta die because it's the decree
He
of the
goes
Lord.
to the Most
He go,
High,
hey,
like, yo,
can you sign off on this? Yup, all of them, let it go.
There you go.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Father. You sign off on this? Oh, did this, that, and the third.
Yeah, let it-
Yeah,
yep.
take him out.
Take
You
him
got
out.
it. Oh, fuck him up? Yeah, fuck him up. Go ahead.
And the Lord. So, and the reason why and the reason why they bring it to the Lord first, because the Lord might say no.
They
have mercy.
know. For the most
already
part,
know.
they know what the Most High is doing. But it's order.
You still gotta ask
Hey,
the boss.
Father, can you sign off on this? The Most High, you might be like,
All right, kill him.
You know what?
Fuck him up. Have everything to him, but don't kill him.
have mercy on that one. Okay, Father. I got something. Don't fuck him up. Jack him up, punch him in the leg a little bit. Maybe give him a black eye. That's it.
Or they come to the Lord, roll out the scroll. The Lord don't even have to look at it. He just glance and go, kill them all. And it's over. It's over. You think when these bombs drop, the Lord ain't sanctioned that?
Yep.
You You think what's going over in Gaza and Israel, you think the Lord ain't sanctioning that?
And that's where people fall short, because everybody always want to talk about God's all powerful and omnipotent. But for you to say that the Most High doesn't kill or do evil or allow evil goes to tell you that the Most High isn't really as powerful as you say he is.
Correct. Because you put the Most High in a box.
Put him in a box.
This is Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Yes or no?
Yeah, hey, the Most High does all things. All right, He orders and ordains all things. He runs this world. He runs this world. He runs the angels. He runs the spirits. All right, He's the Father of spirits. And there are evil angels that are evil because they're created to do evil.
There's evil angels. Angels that are created for 39:28. Created for vengeance.
So the Most High has evil angels that He created, as the scripture is going to go into, specifically to do the dirty work, if you will.
That's Sirach 39, starting at 28. Nope, 27. All these things, so like 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, famine.
Happy holidays to you, baby.
Fire, hail, famine, death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punching the wicked to destruction.
Hey, all things. Hey, Yahweh is like the ultimate CEO. All right, He's the embodiment of what a CEO is. The ultimate delegator. That's all a CEO really is.
Delegate.
He's an ultimate delegator. He has the mental fortitude and intelligence to know how to delegate what tasks to who and oversee everything. So the
CEO usually sees the bigger picture.
He sees the bigger picture,
and then he tells everybody else how to play out
and pays them to do those things.
Exactly.
That's why the CEO makes the big bucks. But Most High is the ultimate CEO because He creates, instead of hiring, He creates spirits and angels and tasks them to do certain things. All right, you're responsible for taking care of the elect. You're responsible for overseeing the heathen. You're responsible for destruction. You're responsible for pestilence.
You're right. Or even down to as simple as an angel that's tasked to watch over certain people.
Yeah.
You're tasked to stay with this man from the day he's born until it's time for him for his spirit to come. And his angels will literally be around you from the day you're born and will watch over you.
And it's by angels that monitor the weather, angels that
monitor.
Go
back to four winds, destruction, and all that.
Said that.
You know what I mean?
Finish the last one, 30-31. Sirach 39:31. It says, they shall rejoice in His commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress His word.
Yeah, they're not going to transgress His word. They're only going to do what they were created and appointed to do. And they're going to, their whole purpose and ambition in their creation is to overachieve.
Yep, they want to do the best of the best of the best of the best.
And I don't even want to say overachieve. They want to do it exactly as it was said to do. Nothing more and nothing less. Because that's what happened to Aaron's sons.
Yeah,
they were overachievers. Oh, yo, let's spice this joint up, bro.
They could look like this.
Yo, I know the Lord gave us the recipe for curry. It's this. Yo, I think we should add some. Let's add some allspice to it.
It's
right?
a paprika.
It's a paprika to that joint. Yo, as you can get hot, we're gonna love it.
We just started the earth, right?
And you know what's so gangster about that? It was kind of sad because when they died, Moses and them was looking at, and the Levites was looking at Aaron like, dog, chunk that up, bro. You know they fucked up. Don't even try to mourn. Don't try to cry about that.
Aaron had to. He was like,
yeah, they sucked that up big time.
But remember, he also heard about his sons going off, and also didn't correct them when he was supposed to.
Oh yeah,
let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
So he was also turning it. Respect the person. Respect the person. Only rebuking who you feel deemed to be rebuked, or only giving a admonishment,
or only giving mercy to those that you desire. Yep. Because you respect them.
Because he heard about what his sons was doing. He's like, I'm talking about. What happened?
That is true.
Bro,
Hey,
that's
yeah.
another lesson right there. That's another
That
lesson
is
right
another
there.
lesson. Man, we put that together.
Yeah, we gonna get Aaron.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 13. But thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringest up again.
One day, brother, I pray that the Lord give you your wives walking around like that. All in order, all in
order,
hands,
all together.
and just happy to go shopping for you.
That's when
And
it comes to the
Hey,
crib.
you give them a critical head though. Go out, go shopping. Y'all have fun. Make sure y'all give me something.
That's what they PPB. It's gonna be all beautiful.
That's God.
This another one. It's Tobit 13 and 2. It says, for he doeth scourge and have mercy. He leadeth up. It says he leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. Neither is there any that can avoid his hand.
Yep. Hey, you can't avoid the Most High. At the end of the day,
And when
he's the ultimate hitter, bro.
and also when it talks about hell, it's not talking about actual hell underground. It's talking about a lower state.
A lower state,
The
man.
Lord will bring you down to a lower state and then will raise you up.
A state of torment.
Yep. He does all things. Right?
Hey, because you can be in heaven. You can be in heaven mentally or emotionally. You know, hey, yo, man, this is like heaven, bro. You can be in a state of euphoria. You're in a mental state of euphoria, you're in heaven. You know what I mean? And hey, shit, even like drug addicts, when they take certain drugs, bro, and they get into that mental state where they just feel like they're floating, bro, they're in a state of heaven. It's only been for a moment.
Go job.
You know what I mean?
Go job. Second.
Did anybody else tripped on that?
Five guys.
We can do like a 5 and 9 too. Just pick up
Oh, you talking about the manga and shit? How?
No. It shows you in the first episode. He was fighting against the
Oh,
one
you
bull.
talking about? Oh yeah,
Gojo.
yeah.
And then
oh, he was unhinged and shit.
he was unhinged because he was basically high.
He was high.
He was peddling between life and death, where he found an enlightenment because he was so close to the Most High that he realized
his true power.
his true power.
And then he was just,
man,
then he was just in a state. He was in a state of like just unfazed, bro. Like nothing, bro. Just constant, like, bro. It was crazy shit. But that's a state of being in heaven, man. And then on the contrary, like you said, there's a state of being in hell, where you're in a mental or emotional prison of torment, sorrow, depression. That's hell, man.
Don't keep it though.
It's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that even I and thee, and there is no power with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Yep. There's nobody that can deliver you from the hands of the Most High. Like I said, once the Most High sends out the order or sends out the hit, it's a wrap. You can't turn back. There's no turning back.
You say poverty and adversity.
Hey, Final Destination is a beautiful example.
Yo, it really is. You can't escape it.
You can't escape death, man. That death angel, that's literally, Final Destination is a beautiful example. It's literally the invisible force of the death angel at work.
Yep.
Just everything happening. The angel is kind of like, whoop,
And if you watch Final Destination, any of them, you realize that the angels were delighting in their craft.
Yep.
A marble come off the boom, 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 boom. Marble rolls, hits a spoon flips over, knocks down a bowling ball. You think the bowling ball coming to get you, next you know it hits a freaking, I don't know, something bounces off and a bunch of knives come shooting at you. Or you might miss the knives and the angel
You
like,
think you escaped it,
thought
like,
you got away from that one.
Next
Here's
thing you know,
another one. Bro, get that as a lion.
Got something for you on that. And I'm going to bring Job chapter 18 from verse 11 in the NLT real quick. Go from there. Terrors surround the wicked and trouble them at every step. Hunger depletes their strength and calamity waits for them to stumble. Disease eats their skin. Death devours their limbs. They are torn from the security of their homes and brought down to the king of terrors.
Hey,
who's the
that's
king of
coming
terrors?
to Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to be the epitome of Jacob's trouble for the wicked. The epitome. Because I always say, Jacob's trouble is not for the elect, it's for the wicked. All right, it's for the wicked of our people. We are going to be tested of our faith, but
Knowledge and wisdom,
as long as
brother.
we stay grounded and use that wisdom and knowledge, pursuing Isaiah 33, we will be delivered, and the Most High will take care of us in Jacob's trouble. We might not be. I know we always like to joke about it and say, "Oh, we're gonna get the house, eat lamb." We might not really be like that.
We might just be on the move.
But we might really be in a place where the Most High always gives us a meal at the right time. We always got a place to sleep at night. We moving during the day, but we always got a place to lay our head at night.
Also knowing that the elect shall be scarcely saved. So there'll be times that we moving in Jacob's trouble. You know, we might not have eaten for like 3 days straight, but then as you know, we run into an abandoned building and we go in, they got warehouse stacked of food. And then, or let's say even it even talks about, like I just said, it says the elect shall be scarcely saved. There could be times that you running from, I don't know, the Gurger troops, cannibals, all types of crazy stuff going on, and you running, bullets flying. We talk about this all the time. Like somebody shooting down the block. Like you walking down the block, or you running down the block, and everybody around you running with you, and then you got the Gurger troops shooting off, and you see bodies dropping all around you as you running. Not a bullet touch you.
Hey, the scripture says it though. It says men shall fall by your left and your right. I think it's in Matthew 24. You know what I mean?
Scarcely be saved.
You know what I mean? And you'll be the only one to make it out. You know, but those death angels were sent out to take out all of those souls, to take all those souls. But the Most High said, nah, have mercy on that one.
God. You know what? That's also why it says that even the elect shall be afraid. Because when you seeing that dropping everywhere around, it's like, damn, it makes sense for you to get to it.
It's going to be a fearful time. It's going to be a time where brothers are going to be, and I don't want to say doubt, but brothers are going to be in fear because they're going to be seen.
But we're in the flesh. It's a normal thing. Normal thing to only be scared, bro.
Jacob's trouble for the elect is going to be a trial run. It's going to be like this. Jacob's trouble for the elect is going to be the perfection of our fear, right? Because we have fear now, but our fear is like
also the perfection of your faith.
But that's what I get there.
Yeah.
It's a perfection of
just the land back, and it's light.
What?
Basically, as the scriptures go into how we haven't resisted unto blood yet.
Yeah,
we
right.
haven't truly been tested in that time.
In that time,
You've been resistant unto blood. That's when it's going to kick in.
That's why I said it's going to test you.
It's going to be a perfection of our fear because we're going to see all the, like you said, bodies dropping. We're going to be put in situations like, oh shit, and you really going to fear the Most High. Like, yo, this is really real.
Yeah.
And then when the other side of the coin, it's going to be a perfection of your faith because you're going to make it out of every situation. Likely sometimes, like he said, the only one to escape. You're gonna have motherfuckers that are dying of pestilence around you, and you're the only one that don't get touched. And that's where it's gonna perfect your faith. Like, yo, I must really be one of those men.
We so it's like on a small dose right now, bro.
So it's like this: you fearing because you like, yo, at any given time, the Most High can take me the fuck out.
Right.
But at the same time, I done made it out of all this, so I must really be that man. So I got the fear is kicking in, like, yo, I gotta stay on point. And as you stand on point, you like, yo, the Most High gonna protect me. So it's a perfection of your fear and your faith, bro.
What's telling your spirit that the Lord is going to protect you? Knowledge and wisdom. Bro.
Wisdom and knowledge.
Figure them scriptures.
Because all that we built up now. Everything we built up now is going to give us the foundation we need to stay on point.
Right.
So now, that's where the fear, all right, yo, you know what you got to do, keep doing that, that's where the fear kick in. And then, as you make it out of situations and you get blessed, that's when the faith is like, yo, the Most High really got me, bro. All I got to do is stay right. And it's like this. It's a revolving cycle.
What they call it? What do they call it when it's you know how energy's never lost, only transferred? Perpetual circle of energy keep going. As long as you stay on that motherfucking path.
As long as you stay on that path.
Because as soon as you step off, the power stops.
You got fear that kicks in wisdom, knowledge, and obedience. Wisdom, knowledge, and obedience will kick in deliverance, which deliverance will then kick in faith. And then as you get into faith, you're gonna keep moving in faith, and some shit gonna happen that kick you into fear. And then just never in this cycle until you get to that chariot. Once you get to that chariot,
y'all seen I know y'all seen the show. What's that show with the zombies? At the end, and that one Jake was in that building running from all the zombies. Black Summer. All right. Second season of Black Summer, when they was at the freaking the airport. It was like a small airport. And they were trying to fly off. And it was a Jake by himself, and it was nothing but zombies trying to kill him.
That's the best scene I've ever seen.
My man was I'm talking about exhausted, tired, everybody dying around him, and he just running, and he made it all the way out of that motherfucker, sat on the ground and looked up. Now he ain't say nothing to God, but he looked up, and you see him go.
That was the best scene I've
That
seen.
is how the Lord is going to have us.
Check that out.
And you know what's going to happen?
Last scene of Black Summer when the brother escaped from all that crazy shit.
Last episode.
Very last episode.
I never finished
The last
it.
joint.
my
The
goodness
way
gracious.
he escaped out of that crazy shit.
It was like there's no way other than the Lord was with him. There's no way he got through that other than the Lord was with him.
Yeah.
And if it, no, he's like this. Caught, got out of it. Caught, got out of it. Caught, got out of it. Caught, and then
There's no
tired.
way.
And then you know how like and anybody that works out or runs or anything, you get adrenaline pumping. But when you get tired,
When you get tired.
That last scene by itself should got a Oscar.
You should got Oscar. That one scene.
It was, bro, it's the last scene.
Mind you, he was
the last episode.
mind you, he was a Jake. It was a Jake that went through all of that. Everybody dying around him, he got out of it. And you like, how the hell? You would sit here and go, how the hell other than the Lord? That's how Jacob's trouble is going to be for the elect.
The director of that particular moment of scene,
Oh,
bro,
it was beautiful.
genius,
It was
bro.
the most ingenious.
It was
bro,
crazy.
because it was also realistic.
It was realistic,
Because
too.
these zombies weren't just like,
They weren't. It wasn't Walking Dead zombies.
these motherfuckers was sprinting at
It's
you.
not Walking Dead zombies where they just
They
like
was smart as
this.
shit.
It's these motherfuckers is like D1 athletes. Yo, D1
zombies.
D1 athletes. Marksmen. These niggas.
Jump
This nigga 4-2s all day, bro.
Now to mind you, you getting tired.
These
They
niggas
not
not
getting
getting
tired,
tired, bro.
but you got out of that.
Oh, the only equivalent is the 28 days later, motherfucker.
Yeah, 28 days
nah,
later.
that joint,
They
yeah,
was-
that
Oh, when the bull,
World War Z's a little too. They not as crazy as World War Z. It's not as crazy. as
World War Z.
28 days later.
But if it was,
Them motherfuckers, it's scenes on 28 days later where the bull just running.
remember
and the zombies just.
remember in the crib when he had to leave the girl?
Yeah, man, you let the go.
Got out the window,
And them motherfuckers was just.
and then he jumped in the water. He looking back like,
The
he like,
ones,
I couldn't do it.
the night crawlers, which is the ones from I Am Legend.
Yeah,
That
but
was-
see,
When
they was fast
those
as
are
fuck, too.
vampires.
Huh?
Those are vampires.
but I'm also
Those
gonna
were
say this.
vampires? Okay.
But I'm also
okay.
gonna say this: World War Z or I Am Legend type zombies. If you want these spiritual power,
Yeah, you need
Yeah, you
spiritual
got
power.
spiritual power.
Yeah, that's
They're
spiritual.
fast.
there's no getting away.
There's no getting away with
Yeah,
that.
you
It's
ain't
no-
get
You
out
have
of
to.
that.
You have to, bro. There's no other way, bro. Because you're not gonna be able to fight them motherfuckers.
They're too fast.
They got like
Not even that. Them
90
niggas is
inch verticals and
unorthodox.
shit, bro.
It's at 90.
Spider-Man off the wall.
Bro, you go really.
They
Nigga,
run like 2.5
remember,
to 40.
remember when they was in Israel and they created like a human ladder?
Yeah, that shit.
yeah,
They
yeah,
created a
smart,
ladder.
smart as shit.
That shit drawn, bro.
Them
Ain't no-
niggas created a ladder and
Got
started
in there.
climbing up on top of each other and climbed over the top of the wall, bro. That's probably as tall as that fucking building,
Yeah,
bro.
they
It was
exactly what they did.
crazy as shit.
You got to think, and they had no feet.
Hold up, but through the spirit though, what would they not harm?
Oh, anybody who had terminal disease.
Right, but that's like the spiritual is like the meat.
It's like spiritually, it's like it's defiled. I don't want to eat that.
Anything that was meat.
But the people who were terminal were meek. They were lowly, humble, because they already knew it was dying. So they
But like this,
those like
those who were left, those who society rejected are those are the ones who didn't get messed up.
Yup.
Which in the spirit is what
The elect.
the Israelites, right? Those who basically, he just nothing but a nigga speaking
They
wet back.
rejected us, but the Lord selected us.
Exactly. I like that. I like that. Somebody got Priestkis?
I got a little bit more on that.
That's how you go.
On that.
that is a bar.
They rejected us.
I was at Job 18 and 14 in the NLT. Keep reading down from there.
Yeah, go, bro.
Job 18 and 14 in the NLT. They're torn from their security of their homes and are brought down to the king of terrors. The homes of the wicked will burn down. Burning sulfur rains on their houses. Their roots will dry up and their branches will wither. All the memory of their existence will fade from the earth.
And when it talks about roots and branches, it's talking about their bloodline.
Yep.
The complete bloodline is going to be wiped
Hey,
out.
and it says sulfur is gonna be over their houses. So that's really talking about America, bro.
Yep.
Talking about Esau, Edom, and their home and the houses being America, and how it's gonna be a wasteland, and their roots and their branches being burnt up or whatever. That's their bloodline. Esau is gonna be no longer be a nation.
All right, what?
All the memory of their existence will fade from the earth. No one will remember their names.
Yep. Hey, it's at some point in time, we're gonna forget all about Esau, man. They're gonna be a thing of the past, man.
They will be thrust from light into darkness, driven from the world. They will have neither their children, nor grandchildren, nor any survivor in the place where they lived. People in the West are appalled at their fate.
What? People in the what?
People in the West are appalled at their fate. People in the East are horrified. They will say, this was the home of a wicked person, the place of one who rejected the Most High.
To the North Country?
Yo, and also that's Revelation 18 too, talking about how what you look at from afar. Hey, yo, prophecy really is
prophecy.
That's crazy.
They really was right in that 2000
Job chapter 18.
Yo, I like what I got some shit.
Go ahead, man.
I got something.
Hey, brother.
I was great.
No, go ahead.
The water.
Hey, what's that portion right here?
You got more than that out?
Get more of that?
18 through 20.
Right here, the East,
Esau
Yeah.
18 and 20. People in the East are
No, we're
this,
full bloodline gonna be wiped out.
This is Isaiah 14.
right here. The children, they will have neither children. Right here.
Yeah, also the branches of
The roots will dry up. 16. 15
Man,
and
go ahead,
16.
man, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 14 and 18.
But I read
It says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. So this is talking about all the heathen nations. Now, after 1,000 years of captivity, they're going to be put back in their respective lands under the law. All right? This verse 19. It says, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. This is Esau. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. It says, so his judgment is going to be different from the rest of the nations. We know that scriptures go into how Obadiah 1 and 18 says what? Esau's going to be eradicated after 1,000 years of slavery. Right? This is verse 20. It says, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. It says, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. Meaning that Esau is going to be, he's going to be, what does it say in, what is it, Wisdom of Solomon 2? Or no, it's Salakia, Job 20, how he's going to be chased away as a vision, as a dream. You know what I mean? And then it goes on to verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land. It won't be given land like the other nations. All right? It says, the earth. God. It says, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son and nephew, saith the Lord.
Bloodline, just like Job 18, the brother brought out. How they want to get rid of the branches and the roots. That's about their bloodline. And bloodline always go through the father, which are men. That's why it's all nephew, father.
You kill all the men off and leave the women. The women will procreate with the men of the other nations and will bring forth children of that nation. And that's how eventually the women will die off.
And that's how you know that's how wicked Esau lives, because he just destroying Esau bloodline. But Esau bloodline go back to our bloodline too. But obviously they're not destroying our bloodline, they're just destroying strictly Esau's, man. And that's how you know that's how fucking wicked he is, man. Because Esau's forefathers still Abraham and Isaac. Alright, but that third forefather isn't our forefather. Alright? So his first two forefathers is Jacob's forefathers. So the Lord ain't cutting them off. He just cut that third forefather off that separates the two.
So,
Which is him himself.
himself. That shit crazy.
You got more on that, brother?
I want to read Job 18 and 21 in the King James. He says, surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So obviously Esau don't know that Most High ain't dealing with Esau like that.
Any brother got something else? Hey, Lord willing, brothers and sisters on the common board, you want to edify All right, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Akakadash.
All right, double honors again to our elders and apostles, tells us truth. Peace, blessings to you, brothers, doing this work of truth. Sincerely, shalom to the elect. The Lord willing, we get out of here soon, man. Everybody's on their prayers. Most High, crash this bitch until 24.
Shalom. Shalom.
You.